actually using a cereal box as a tripod right now. What am I doing? So Masonite is super commonly used, but nobody actually realizes it. I didn't realize until I had to do this report on it, that I see Masonite literally everywhere. It's used for easels, table tennis tables, chessboards, skateboard ramps, literally anything, because it's condensed wood and it's very supportive. It's also really smooth as well on one side, so you can write on it, which is why clipboards are made out of it, because it's very strong. And if you write on it, your writing won't have any texture. It'll just be normal writing. Not many people know this, but the inside of guitars are actually sometimes made of Masonite because it can accentuate certain tones and make it sound even more acoustic and just help with vibrato and tones and pitches, and it's actually really good material for that as well. You can buy Masonite at Home Depot or Lowe's or any of the hardware stores. It's really not a hard material to find, and they usually come in boards of 4 by 8 feet, so they're actually really big, and the width usually comes in 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. So in the 20th century, William H. Mason patented the product because he found that if you press waste papers together, it forms a board. So thought, why don't I make this an actual thing? So this is a modern day piece of Masonite. As you can see, it has one smooth side, you can see from the shine, and one rough side. So this gives you different options to do whatever you want with this. It's strong, and it can be either smooth or rough, and it works for practically anything. This is formed using the Mason method, which is when wood chips are condensed and saturated with 100 psi steam, and then they increase the steam by 400 psi. So Masonite is formed using the Mason method, which is when the wood chips that this is made of are saturated in 100 psi steam, and then they increase it to 200. Just kidding, I'm joking. The lighting is going to change like 60 times in this video. Where did my face just go? So Masonite is created using the Mason method. The Mason method is when the wood chips that this is made of are saturated in 100 psi steam, and then they increase it to 400 psi. And then the board is pressed very tightly, and then it's exposed to atmospheric pressure, which really condenses the material, and that's why it's so strong. And you can't even see like the individual wood chips because it's so tightly packed. So unfortunately I don't have access to a saw at the moment, but they usually come in 4 by 8 sheets, as I said before, but this has clearly been cut down by a lot, just so I could show you guys what the material is like. So Masonite is perfectly safe. It's literally just a board. You obviously want to be careful about rough edges, but what you really have to be careful about is when you're cutting, it creates a lot of dust, and the MSDS says that it can irritate your eyes a lot and it could cause a lot of damage. I am going to put the MSDS link in the description for you guys just so you can see it for yourselves. It's also really important to not expose this to any open flame, because if it gets anywhere near 400 or above degrees Fahrenheit, it just like... So Masonite lasts a very long time, but not forever, because it starts to rot and deteriorate over time, and depending on how long or how much you use it. But the edges start to round off, and then over here this just starts to rip and tear. I will show a video about that at the end. It just won't be the same quality of texture as a new piece like this one. So here's an example of the Masonite having deteriorated and ripped, and as you can see, the sides have rounded off and teared because it's been overused. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you now know what Masonite is.